Hi, I'm Jonathan Block. In this video, I'll be doing a one-app soundscape using Stellarvox on the iPad Pro with a Hokema B9 Kalimba. The signal chain is an Audio-Technica AT2020 condenser mic that's connected directly to a Universal Audio Volt 276 interface that communicates with the iPad Pro. Let me throw up an instance of AUM here. I'm only using Stellarvox, no compression, no spatializer to widen the stereo field at the end. It's just Stellarvox. This app is from Igor Vasiliev. It's a hybrid reverb. Gives you a lot of control over the tails of the reverb, the sound, where it sits in the space, time, all that fun stuff. And I'll demonstrate that. Igor provided me with this app for free. This is not a review. I'm just going to demonstrate the way that I use some of these sounds to create a soundscape. So I'll just be using 3 presets that I found that work well with the Kalimba. I've done similar videos using the bass and the mellotron, and for those I created my own patches, but for this there's so many cool presets I figured I would just pick out a few to use. The one thing I do want to mention is that I'm only using one microphone. So the Kalimba into Stellarvox is going to be through this microphone too. So I'm going to have to turn Stellarvox on and off when I want to use the microphone for my voice. Although it would sound cool doing it all through Stellarvox, you might have some trouble understanding what I'm saying. So I will be turning it on and off. So there might be a little gap there, or you'll hear the tails get cut off from Stellarvox because I don't want to wait 20 seconds or more for it to fade out. But first thing, let me just play the clean Kalimba sound without any effects whatsoever. So let's get into Stellarvox now. So again, I've got 3 presets. I'm going to walk through these each one at a time here. So this first one is called Automation Engine. All right, so you heard tail was just cut right off. Let me get into the second one. And now the third. All right, so those were the 3 patches that I'll be using, but for the jam, I'll actually be going through those backwards. So the third one, and then the second, and then the first. And you could hear what it sounds like with the voice, which is why I have to keep turning it on and off. I've recently composed about 5 different tracks for the Kalimba that I'm going to start recording soon. So I think for this jam, I'll use a couple of parts or a few parts from one of those because I think the lines fit. I've noticed that the first and the third patch are a little more dense than the second. Actually, that's wrong. The first patch that I'm going to use, which is the third one that you just heard, the last one, that's kind of the most open and that you can really hear what's going on and it doesn't kind of layer and layer upon each other. So I'll start with that. I do think that the second one is even a little more open than that. And then the third one, which is the first patch that I played, that one really is kind of dense. So let's just see how this goes.